Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. Happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ show. Old Jaybird out sick. Lost his voice. I mean, maybe Denny's knows here. It's got a status on him. Is it voice? Is it flu? Is it a combination of everything? Like, what exactly is...
And, I mean, if you're trying to get healthy and then you have two really big drinking events, it's kind of hard to get healthy.
Did he go big on Friday night, and did he go big yesterday when it came to the booze?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, he pre-games.
Okay.
And then, you know, when you're on the boat, you're drinking full gorilla.
So he was already kind of down and out. He pre-gamed before Pontiki yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, so he had a solid buzz when he got there.
Probably.
Went for it strong on the boat. And then afterwards, yeah, because he had sent a text or an email last night. It wasn't that late. What time did you guys get done with the boat? Because the email must have come probably just after 6 p.m., something like that.
Yeah, that's probably about the time that we were wrapping up because they kept us out there late. So we were supposed to be over at 4, and they were like, you guys want to keep going? And the boat was like, yeah! So
okay.
I think we stayed out till like 5:15.
Okay.
And then we all came back and ran around Harborside and got food and stuff. So he probably sent you that email on the way home.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, it must have been pretty quick then. Because, yeah, he was like, I'm out. Can't do tomorrow. I got no voice. So, yeah, so I don't know if it's...
Yeah, his voice was shot before he even got on the boat.
So he might have a different kind of funk then.
I don't know what he's got.
Yeah, because I was reading that today about that flu. 19,000 people have died this year.
That is no joke.
That's crazy.
I get the flu shot every year, and I don't know if it works or not, but it gives me like a little peace of mind.
Yeah.
I think, oh, okay, well, when everybody else gets the flu, I think you have like a 30 or 40% better chance than anybody else of not getting it. But even the flu shot's not 100%.
Yeah, I was trying to, because I'd heard, you know, you always have those stories, but I'd heard like people were getting the flu shot and then they get the flu and they get nasty sick. And then I'm like, well, if it's going to like give you the flu, like, what am I doing that for? So I'm going to pay. I'm going to deal with the shot's going to be painful in my arm. Then we'll get the flu. When I might not get the flu at all anyway, so I might be putting myself through hell and I don't need to.
So many of our coworkers had the flu, and it gave me a little peace of mind when I see everybody else around me dropping like flies. I'm like, well, you know, I did get the flu shot. Maybe I'll be a little bit more protected.
See, if I would have known, because whatever I had was terrible. In fact, even Saturday morning, middle of the night, woke up in the middle of the night into Saturday, and I was nauseous again. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was so pissed off.
Oh.
I'm like going, no. I don't know what the rules of the flu are, but no. I got this on Tuesday. I got hit hard on Wednesday. I'm coming out of this. It's not allowed to do this.
This is some kind of rogue-ass flu.
No.
It
It's
does
not allowed.
not play by the rules.
And then, you know what? I probably went the wrong way with it, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I think sometimes I got pissed. I said, I'm not going to let it ruin my day. It's a Saturday. I'm like, I'm going to power through it. If I die, I freaking die. So I went up and went about my day. And you know what? A couple hours into it, I felt better and I felt okay. And I'm glad I did because I had a good Saturday that I would have missed if I'd have, totally wimped out and stayed at home.
You had a weird flu. Yours was weirder than
Weirdest
most.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was standard what everybody else was having, but it was just nausea. No crazy poop problems, but it's still terrible. So, yeah, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I don't know if that's what everybody else is getting to. So, yeah, I don't know if Jaybird has what I have. I hope he doesn't because I feel guilty. Like, I really did, and one of the main reasons, to me, I'm like, okay, I'd pretty much try to suck it up and get in here, but I don't want to be giving out the funk.
I don't think he's got the same thing as you because
yeah.
your symptoms are a little different.
I don't think so either, and I did a pretty good job. I mean, you never know with disease. I mean, germs are going to find their way, but I tried to do all I could to stay away from everybody.
I think he's been having a little vertigo issue before he was sick with the flu.
Vertigo?
Yeah. He's been having dizzy spells.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember him talking about it.
He needs to go have a little checkup and just do, a whole panel of blood work and all that like you did.
Just make sure that insurance works.
Yeah. I think we're in some kind of weird gap. Our company just got sold to a different company.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have insurance and everything right now. I don't think we have insurance.
No, I think that's why I got that $1,500 bill for the blood work. I just found out, I went to the dentist and that didn't go through. And so
So they're taking it out of our check.
Yeah.
We're paying for insurance, but I don't think I have insurance. That's messed up.
Yeah, well, they got spun around because, we're having to deal with all this stuff. People are like, oh, the podcast is short. Are you guys getting fired again? No, it's like we got digital issues, trademark stuff that we're having to. So, yeah, we got, you want to talk about somebody in the spin zone and to get the flu, like ooga booga, all in the same week. It's like all this stuff where my insurance is haywire. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out, okay, our podcast, and then I get the flu. Yeah, it's been
a rough one.
Oh, it's been a to-do, Virginia. Oh,
I
it's
can't
been a
wait
to-do.
till we're out of February. Let it be over.
Yeah. It was crazy. So I'm hoping that, it's a little bit of turbulence that we're dealing with to try to get this transition going. I went on top of it, the internet's not working because the old company sold all the internet towers.
They had towers here at the building, and they did a fire sale and sold them before the new company came in. That's kind of shady.
Yeah.
And now our internet is spotty at best.
Yeah, it wasn't even, I couldn't get it to work today,
I turned my Wi-Fi off, and I'm just on whatever that LTE. What does that mean?
That means you're paying $1,000 a minute.
Great.
It's crazy because I got that cruise I'm leaving on Saturday, and my wife was telling me that and I got to make sure our phones are shut down. I got to really watch the kid. But apparently if you get on and start doing anything cellular or using the network or whatever, when you're out there at sea in international waters, it's immediately $100 fee per day.
Really?
Per phone.
Ooh.
So if we had 3 and we all just weren't even thinking about it, and I sent a text message ha, ha, ha. I'm like, I'm having a great time, guys. $100.
Damn.
And if we all did the same thing, I'm like, that's crazy.
That's how they get you. Is that a fee from the telephone company, or is that from the cruise?
I think it's a telephone company.
Ooh.
I think.
Can't you buy a special traveling package?
Yeah, they had some. We did something when we went to Israel, but I don't know what this is. My wife handled all that kind of stuff, and I think that was $10 a day or something like that. We had to pay to get.
$10 a day is fine.
Yeah, but this might be different. It sounded like this was
pirates running it.
I don't know. It sounds like we just got to park the phone. So you guys, if you're hey, it won't pick up, or hey, it won't text back or whatever. Yeah, I don't know that I might be completely cut off. Unless I just jump on the email on board. So
that'll be weird.
Well, this is why I need suits.
Awesome.
See, I don't know where suits is. I thought suits going to be here. So I'm I got these questions because I'm trying to figure all this last minute stuff out. That's all the stuff because I haven't been on a cruise ship in forever. So that's the kind of stuff you don't know.
Last cruise we took, we had flip phones.
No, you're right.
And
no,
we didn't really need them.
I remember I had that little ass Motorola phone that it didn't do anything except call. I don't even think it had texting on it. Last time we were on there, I remember that phone I had. That was the last time I was on a cruise ship. So all these little things you don't know, and you get on there, and you're like, hey, first photo in international waters, bing.
$100.
You had no idea. And then you get your bill, you're like, wait, what? So, yeah, so I talked to Suze about that, but that's another whole different thing. So I got to try to figure that out. When I was out on Wednesday, somebody had sent us this and said, hey, I saw this on social media. It says that screenshot of the girl curving the dude who offered her $800 for feet pics makes me cringe. Fellas, if you're trying to buy feet pics from me for anything close to $800, my DMs are always open. But this is going on all over the place. You guys talked to the dude from Miami who's trying to buy your... What was he trying to buy? Feet pics?
He just wants dirty socks.
Okay.
He wants me to wear them real good and then send them to him. And he was going to give me $100 for little smiles. We had him on, but when we were interviewing him, it sounded like he said he was painting a house or something. So he was like,
oh, that's creepy.
Maybe he was tugging it. I don't know.
No, I'm just painting. Yeah, when he said painting the house, did he say what kind of paint?
Real sticky paint.
Yeah, he's painting the house. Yeah, that's a euphemism.
I fell for
I'm
it.
just painting the house. Keep talking. So it didn't go anywhere? Like you're not going to do it?
I'll do it. I was just hoping to get more out of it. You know, I was kind of hoping it would be a funny thing.
And he just sounded creepy, or he just sounded disconnected? Or
It sounded totally disconnected, and he wasn't really locked into what we were saying, and I don't think me and Jason did a good job interviewing him. Like, it just fell flat all around.
He just wanted anything.
He didn't do good, but we didn't do good either.
No, just nothing good happened from it.
I think we needed you to help us. We shouldn't have called him without you, because I think we needed your perspective to come in and ask the right questions.
Oh, I can crack creepy, yeah.
Yeah.
I can crack creepy. Okay. Does this impress you or not? I don't know how much people paid, but I know you're into this kind of stuff. It was that white party, the dinner en blanc.
Oh, yes.
That they did. You pay, how much did they, I can't remember what it was. I think I had it last week. It escapes me how much they paid. 600 people wind up doing this thing. It's one of those, people love this concept where I've paid a lot of money for some dinner. Wait, do you bring your own food?
A lot of times you do. So
Okay, explain this to me, because this sounds like the stupidest thing in the world, and I don't get these things.
Oh, I love it. You bring everything.
Wait, okay.
All they give you is a bare naked table. So you bring your decorations, you bring flowers, you bring dinnerware, you bring utensils, you bring the food, you bring the beverages, you bring everything.
And then on top of it, I pay.
I think you do pay. It's usually a charitable donation to whatever the foundation is that's hosting the event.
So you basically bring in everything. Everything you're eating, everything is going to be going down. You got to eat with an assload of other people.
You
to
have
wear
your
white,
own...
which, by the way, white is the worst color to wear when you're eating anything.
Don't do spaghettis and meatball.
Yeah. So you're wearing white. You're out here. You've paid money, and it sounded like they bussed people to the location. Like you got on a bus.
It's a secret location a lot of times.
Oh, Virginia.
It's a to-do.
It sounds like so much hassle. Like I can't. To me, all the hassle you're going through and the cost, like there's got to be like, okay, somewhere over the rainbow, there's something that makes this all worthwhile. Like, what is going on here? Like, I'm gonna have a big, is there entertainment?
Yes.
Okay.
There's always entertainment.
Do they have like the Rolling Stones playing?
No.
Or somebody great? Like, what is going on here?
It's
what's
usually
this bonus?
jazzy, sophisticated, maybe it's a string quartet, something high end, something fancy. And the fun of it, Kev, is walking.
Explain this to me, because I'm completely lost.
You
here.
walk around, so you set up your whole table. You get everything in place.
So I'm working my ass off in my white stuff. So I'm sweating my balls off.
You work your ass off, sweating your balls off in South Florida.
I've already been on a bus with my food that's gotten kicked all around and it's shuffled. It's a mess. It's a mess. So as I'm taking it out of the containers, I'm spilling shit all over me. So now I'm white dirty. I'm sweating. I've paid a lot of money to eat my own food, and they did it at Esplanade Park in Fort Lauderdale, which is just a common place that you could go pretty much anywhere by yourself anyway. So this is where this is the secret locale that I wind up at, and I'm doing all this. Now explain the joy for me.
You walk from table to table,
yeah.
And a lot of times, year after year, the same groups of people buy tables. So you begin to develop a camaraderie amongst the other diners. And you walk around and you see, because everybody changes their look every year.
Oh.
Yes, it's all white, but it's not the same as last year's
Oh,
all
wow.
white.
There's so much more. Okay, you do a different kind of white? You do an off-white?
Maybe one year you'll do like a big floral thing. I saw one this year that did the Phantom of the Opera, and they had the chandelier. It was broken on the table with dry ice coming out of it. Oh, it was a big to-do. Dreyfus does it. Dreyfus, the High School of the Arts.
I don't get this. Why are you going through so much work?
It's fun, and it's so creative to walk around and look at all the other tables and see what everybody else did. And there's judging. The best table wins. All kinds of prizes.
I'm complete. Like I feel like I'm being punked with this because I'm like going.
No, it's
I'm looking at the photos
legit.
like people are doing this. And I'm like I don't.
Oh, I am praying that Magnolia.
It's like NASCAR. I'm trying to get it as hard as I can. I can't figure it out.
I'm praying that Magnolia gets into Dreyfus. You know, she auditioned.
Right.
We don't find out till the end of March if she got in. But if she gets in, I'm so excited because next year I want to do a big table for the dinner en Blanc.
Okay.
And I'm going to make all white food, all white everything. Like, it's going to be amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm you know, obviously 600 people were a part of this. So I am clearly, like NASCAR, I'm the guy that doesn't get it. I'm well aware of that. It's me.
I'll invite you to my party if Mags gets into Dreyfus next year. I'll have a table at the white party, and you'll be one of my honored guests.
Okay. Gosh, all right.
Kim will come. I'll invite your wife.
Yeah, no, she'd probably be into it.
She would love it.
Yeah.
It's totally her kind of scene.
Okay. Well, you ladies go and enjoy yourself.
You ladies go and lose my invite.
Yeah, have a good time there. I do notice that a lot of people are in the chat room just kind of like, okay, wait, what's going on? Like birthdays are gone, this and that. It's kind of ongoing stuff you've been following. Maybe Denny's can help a little bit here with the saga if he's got a minute. Yeah, one of the things switching over, and we're daily just trying to put this together piece by piece. And it has to do with trademark rights and some of the things that we use. We're licensed to use on the radio. We're licensed to use them on our website stream.
97.9
Yeah.
and on 97.9.com.
Yeah.
But not...
FM, you can use it. On the web, you can use it. But there's a separate licensing fee to have it on podcast or YouTube. And so the company that has taken us over, apparently, according to a friend of mine that used to work for them, said, yeah, they got sued one time for a content issue on this, so they are very particular about it. And they came to us and said, you have a lot of unlicensed content on your podcasts and on your YouTube that has to come down immediately. And so we just were not prepared for this Texas two-step. You know,
it's like getting spun around and then punched in the face.
Yeah. So
like, wait, what?
Yeah. So, and people are like saying, yeah, why aren't the ATS available from last week? What's going on? I'm trying to find birthdays, blah, blah, blah. So we are trying to spend on top of, trying to get shows ready and get ready for the dinner en Blanc, and having the flu and debuting beers and Pontikis and all that kind of stuff. And in the midst of all that, we're trying to sort this out and what it means for us and how we're changing. So you'll notice we're starting to change over some of the music beds, the dirt of the day, the whacked out news. Those beds are going to be different because they're going to be things that we have the rights to that we can use. So that'll be able to play on our regular show and it'll be able to play on our podcast. Now, there are some things, and we were actually talking about this on top of it, that maybe there were some things. Our podcasts were going so long. I was looking at them, and yeah, God bless you if you can listen to all that time in a day, but I think it's probably rare that most people could go through, what is it, almost like 2 hours, I think it was. God bless you if you got 2 hours every single day to listen to every minute of KVJ stuff.
Sure.
But we thought, okay, maybe there's some stuff that, we could start leaving out, especially stuff that doesn't age well. We'll probably put the whacked out news in because some of that stuff's almost timeless.
Sure.
And we're trying to figure out exactly what would make it. But birthdays might be one of those things that maybe you just have to listen live to the regular show to do that. And so we're still trying to work out a lot of things like that because we use the 50-cent birthday bed, which we'd have to do some bed that, would be generic and whatever. So these are all decisions we're still in the midst of making. But in the process and in the transition, we do hope to get the length back up, but you're noticing things are starting to disappear quickly. We have to take them down. We're going to try to get to a point where we put them back up. Some of the stuff, especially classic material, bits, things like that you'll want to hear, we'll start with those first. So if you have any suggestions, if you notice, oh my gosh, this is missing, I want to listen to this again, or I was telling a friend about this, send us that. That'll help us know what to go back and try to get and then repost.
Sure.
So we're just having to make sure that... it could have started with 15 seconds of a bed that we don't have a license to play on a podcast that we had to take it down because of that 15 seconds.
And that's real.
That's
like
real.
Just 15 seconds of the end of a song we could be in trouble for playing. So we got to pull the whole entire clip.
Right. So that was all stuff. And I kind of knew just reading other stuff, even before we were taken over by our new company. You know, we always started the After the Show podcast with the Jack White song. And I knew that even before they took us over. I'm like, okay. And I told, Jaber and Days, I'm like, we're going to have to, an era, the time is coming where we're going to have to get this and change this out.
Because what they're doing is they're not sending like cease and desist letters like back in the day. They're slapping people with lawsuits. And for each infraction, it's like, what, 25,000?
I don't know. It varies. I don't know. I only know that that's what we got hit with when I put up a copyrighted photo that, so we don't post anything unless we really take the photos now. Things are really changing, and this is just a whole
It's a learning curve of all of this.
And it's all new because, relatively speaking, social media is new, podcasts are new, YouTube videos new, all this kind of stuff is new in the sense where you got a lot of licensing issues and all that kind of stuff. So we are in a place where we're trying to figure it all out. So so we're moving towards this, and unless we create it or unless we have the rights to it, then it's not going to be on our stuff. Now, somebody brought up, okay, well, what about if somebody used a house band and we wanted to create music for you? Now, possibly, but here's the thing. We would have to get to a place where it would be a legal thing where to even use your music. And I like that idea. Yeah, you create music for us that we do. But we would have to, our legal team would have to sign off on it. You'd have to give us the rights or at least usage, and that would be a legal thing. So it wouldn't be simply, I couldn't just take your song, because all I would need is somebody to give us a song, pull a Texas two-step, and 2 years later, they have it trademarked, and they come back and be like, oh, once upon a time, 2 years ago, you used my bed, we're going to sue you. So see? So in theory, I love that idea. That'd be awesome to have, amateurs that are not, or even house bands or people that got their own thing. That'd be great.
Compose some fun stuff.
Yes.
Even make it a contest, maybe.
But I am certain for us to even be able to use that, it would take your attorney and our attorney talking, exchanging paperwork, us paying an attorney fee, you as well, and us getting the paperwork on file so that we're satisfied. So if something weird happens years later, and we say something you don't like, and you go, I'm going to just shoot the piss out of them, then we would be covered.
It's a different day.
Yeah.
And all those podcasts that are out there that you hear playing copyrighted stuff that they don't have the rights to, I know a lot of mine do it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to have to. They'll be dealing with the same issues. And what I'm hoping, I don't know. It sounds like it's a lot more complicated for some reason on the digital, but I'm hoping the best Hail Mary I'm throwing up right now is that we would get licensing and they would be like, hey, we just bought a license for all digital stuff. Don't worry about it. What you guys are doing is fine. Don't take anything down. It's great. That would be praise Jesus.
But does that license exist?
I don't know that it does. And so Denny's and I've got reading stuff. I'm reading all kinds of legal stuff. So I've got websites I'm going to today. I'm really trying to, like I said, it's just trying to create a show and everything else that you're doing.
And try to figure out if you have health insurance.
Yeah, which that lacks, and apparently, I'm getting hit. Yeah, so I'm just in a blender of.
And you're still dizzy.
Right, and I'm
nauseous.
And I'm still nauseous. Yeah, so so all these kind of things are all just hitting at once. So so we're just trying to. As you're wondering what's going on, we're aware of all of it, and we're hoping that the transition is smooth. We hope the transition for you, the listener, is smoother than it's been for us, these show hosts.
But if it's been rocky for you, just know we're in it together. It's been bumpy over here, too.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's just crazy.
We're like sitting on the back of the school bus.
And I was home yesterday trying to get the insurance thing going, and this wasn't working, that wasn't working. I was trying to download because you can only use Internet Explorer. You can't use any other search engine to do it, and I'm trying to get that was wasted 45 minutes. It's just my gosh, crazy.
Yeah, I don't think we have insurance right now.
No, I don't. I definitely do not have insurance, so I cannot die today.
Do not die today.
I cannot die today.
Don't die tomorrow either.
No.
I don't think you have insurance till Friday.
Yes.
How did this happen?
I don't know, Virginia. I don't know. We're trying.
It's so spin around.
It is.
I can't keep up.
I'm spun around. I'm hoping. Does Jaybird, does he have his insurance? Does Denny's know? Does Jaybird, did he get his insurance done yet?
What do you think?
And Denny's just got that look on his face like, so imagine our frustration and then when the bird hits the storm.
Oh, it's going to be a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. When that bird gets caught up in this Cat 5.
Well, he's just now legal. He just turned his birth certificate in.
Did he finally get that?
Friday, yeah. It finally came in the mail, his real legit birth certificate. So I think he just got hired on Friday.
Did he? Okay, well, that's good. Baby steps. Okay. Joe said, hey, I love the blinds open. I think you guys should keep this open tomorrow and see how Jaybird reacts.
He'd flip.
Yeah, no, he puts them down immediately. Yeah,
it's the first thing he does when he comes in.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, as soon as he walks in, gone.
He doesn't like to be up high, and he can't look out at the horizon. I forgot the other day, and we were filming a Little Smiles video, and they had the shoot set up on the 4th floor of this building overlooking, at Harborside. You know, it's so beautiful up there.
Is this where he went to the shoot and then was cut out of the video?
Yes.
Okay, so as we know this, so Jaybird did what for nothing?
He went up on the 4th story. And he had a panic attack. And then he left. And then they did a reshoot a different day. And then they never used the footage.
Okay, so he drove all the way up to Jupiter had a panic attack, went through the trauma, drove back home with nothing, then went on a separate day.
Reshoot.
To record video that they just then cut out.
Yes.
And didn't use at all.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fun. It's not fair.
Oh, woe is the bird. Woe is the bird. Got a question from Adriana, said, huge fan of the show. I want to email in and see if there are #BeCool shirts.
Yes.
My brother-in-law is a huge fan of you guys right now. He's an officer in training for the Navy. It's a pretty big deal, but it's probably the hardest and craziest training he's ever gone through. He graduates in April, and I would love to surprise him with some great KVJ gear.
Aw, that's adorable. Yeah, we have on our website, you can go there and you can click on the merchandise link. Our partner, Sass or Salt, does some amazing #BeCool stuff. There's shirts and hats and everything. There's also a bunch of KVJ gear. And
can you get the full gorilla stuff on there? If you didn't get out to Due South on Friday?
It is not on there. We only have that in our possession and inventory.
Oh, okay. And they can they print one out, do you know?
I don't know.
You went on there to try to order one?
If you went on there and asked them pretty please, maybe they would do a special order for you.
Okay, we'll try to do that. See if we can get, because that'd be nice to have people just be able to go up online and do it.
Yeah, because we're almost, there's certain things that we're almost sold out of for that full gorilla merchandise. How exciting is that?
We're out on Friday. Are we taking the merchandise to the Jam with the Fam we're going to in Coral Springs?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we'll be out there. You could buy it again this Friday at 5 p.m. Going to be at the Coral Springs Sportsplex. It's a free event for families. Got KVJ games from the show we're going to play with the audience. There's food trucks, Florida craft beers, wine, all kinds of good stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's our beer friends, right?
Yes, Florida Beer Blog.
Nice.
Dave. Yep.
Dave.
And his lovely wife, they're doing that. So that is going to be taken care of there. And people who did not come out to Due South on Friday, too, they're asking about Jaybird's Naked Mile. Yeah, that is back up for discussion because ultimately Due South was like, I don't know, there was issues they were worried about. They could possibly get whatever it is that licenses them. They thought they could, wind up in some kind of trouble for allowing something
naked
like that.
men near the beer.
Yeah,
there's a pube in my beer.
Yeah, there's a pube in my beer. Sounds like country song.
It's just Jason's. It's fine.
Right. So, yeah, so that is something that I guess we've, have
back to the drawing board.
Yeah. So, anyway, that is still out there. So who knows what will happen with that. So we got a lot of stuff to figure out, man. It feels crazy. Just a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff going on here. So we'll do what we can, try to get everything back to normal, which for us, normal is not normal, but, it's just still KVJ. So thank you for bearing with us. Thanks for locking it in. Hopefully get the bird back tomorrow. Y'all enjoy your Monday. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.